If you are just tuning into my channel, this is my very first video that I am recording on this personal channel of mine. My name is Chris, and if you clicked on this because of the title, it is true. God told me to quit my job in the middle of a pandemic. And you guys, that is exactly what I did today. I quit my job. I quit my job. And I'm about to get into why I decided to do that and kind of give you a little bit of the background with the experience that I've had on this job. So you have to be very specific of what you ask for. When you pray to God something, if you leave out any details of what you ask for, He's going to grant you that blessing. But you're going to come across obstacles that are very unseen. Obstacles that you would have never imagined having to overcome. And this job that I had, it was a blessing and a curse. So for a very, very long time, I had been praying to God about, Lord, please bless me with something where I'm able to work from home. I'm able to be there for my children more. Be a little bit more hands-on, Lord. I also pray that I make more money, God. And really, those are the only two things that I've been like praying about. Like, ooh, wouldn't it be great to work from home? Ooh, wouldn't it be great to make a lot more money? Okay. And it's so crazy. I had graduated of May 2020. I got my bachelor's degree in business administration. And shortly after I got my degree, the position that I was in at that time, there was no room for me to grow. We were in the middle, obviously we're still in the middle of a pandemic, and the organization that I was working for was coming across layoffs, and it was getting so bad to where they were considering to go ahead and cut people's salary. And the salary that I was making at the time was like barely enough. I was barely getting by. And I just could not afford staying there. Okay, so I presented myself to an individual who had left that organization months prior. And I let them know, hey, where did you go? You know, I'm kind of interested. I'm looking for something. And, you know, this pandemic is changing things and yada, yada, yada. And I didn't hear anything for a while. And then I contacted them again. And I let them know, you know, it was like, what are your interests? And I let them know what my interests were, what the field that I was ready to go into, because now I have my bachelor's degree. And I should have paid attention to the red flags then. But I was just so eager to leave, okay, my current job. And I did not want to pretty much give into the red flag. So one of the red flags was when I asked about, hey, what's the job and what is the job description? This individual could not describe to me what the real job description was, and didn't even have like a document to share with me so that at least I can research it or even research the company. Like the company is a private company. I won't mention any names or anything like that. But so I was like, okay. They kind of briefly told me what it was and what they do. Then I told them, like I said, what my interests were, kind of want to go into HR. But this individual was really steering me towards a different position to fill. And I asked, I said, okay, what's the pay? He gave me the salary. And I'm like, okay, I want to take it. I want to take this. I want to take it. And it was almost like one of those dream come true, like this is too good to be true type of situations. Because when I quit my current job, about 2 weeks later, I started the new job. And It was so crazy because all of a sudden I was being, I was in a position, now I was in a management position, and I got to explore that. And now they were telling me, oh, if you want to work from home, you can work from home. You don't necessarily have to be in the office. So I'm like, oh, right on my alley. Exactly what I've been praying for. Plus, I'm making the money, right? So I'm like, perfect. And probably about 2 weeks in, then I started noticing that the person who brought me on board and the manager who was over me were really talking about the women that I had to manage. Okay. And one of the women that I managed happened to really be in her feelings because they overlooked her. They did not give her the opportunity to even apply for the position, didn't even consider her. And this really, really bothered her internally. Now, I was told this to my face by both managers, okay? One of them was a VP and the other is a manager. I was told this to my face. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to do my best with trying to console this person and let them know we all have different journeys, different walks of life, which I did. I met with the young lady and kind of talked to her a little bit. And it's so funny I say young lady because this woman is 20 years older than me. And, she said she was fine, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't necessarily mention about me knowing that she felt any certain type of way because of their decision, okay? And I just try to provide a little bit of inspiration by sharing my journey. I've been overlooked before. I've had countless experiences that I can share. So I do this, and then I go to management and I tell them, let's try to raise morale. Let's do something. Let's reward them. Let's give them recognition. Spend money out of my own pocket for awards and things like that for the women that worked underneath me. And I remember telling them, I said, by default, she is letting her aggression off towards me because she feels some type of way about how you guys have misled her. And I think you guys should give her that. Like, she is at least deserving for you to explain or to tell her why you guys did not select her for this position. So both individuals was like, yeah, we'll talk to her. That never happened. Okay. Never happened. So they kept brushing the situation under the rug. Well, as weeks turned into now a couple months, I was getting a lot of negative aggression from this woman. She did not give me the benefit of the doubt, didn't give me an opportunity to actually try to manage or lead or be a leader of any sense. I tried so hard with trying to just kind of put my best foot forward. And it was like being stumbled over and over. And when I took that to management, they had me in a position where they were hearing me, but they were ignoring the problem. Okay. So they chose to ignore the problem. And then, God forbids, if I now, as a manager, take certain procedures and whatnot against this individual, then now I was being looked as, why are you doing this? Or why are you giving her a write-up or verbal or any of these things? And it was just like, well, the disrespect, it just was not right. So anyhow, the VP told me to my face, guys, this is the part that's going to trip you out, told me that there's going to be problems because you are Black, educated, You have a little more than this person, and they're intimidated by you. I was told this to my face. Now, the first time you hear that, you're kind of like, okay, well, how can I try to get past this? How can we work past this? How could I build this relationship with someone? So I started trying to build a relationship with her and the other individual, and they just refused to acknowledge that I was trying to have this relationship or trying to be a positive influence. They refused it. So how they were working were, I'm going to pretend like everything's okay, and then they would go to the management above me and complain or just say ugly things about me. And the person above me was playing, she was playing two sides of the fence. Okay. So then I start to realize I'm in a lose-lose situation here. I have management who does not want to support any of my decisions. Then I have people who work underneath me who don't want to respect me. And if I say or do anything, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. So over time, just continuously being beat up, I started to realize that the management above me had an alliance with these individuals. I was in a lose-lose situation. It didn't matter what I did. If I decided, hey, today let's go have a spa day just to have a recreational day or anything like that, I was in a lose-lose situation. There were moments where I cried and moments where I mentally and emotionally was broken down. And I remember contacting my mom a lot. Thank God for her support. My boyfriend is very supportive. My father, my family. And I found myself not myself anymore. And for the past month and a half, God has been telling me, you need to leave. You need to leave. If you don't leave, it's going to get worse. Worse things are going to happen to you and towards you. You need to leave. So I was like, oh, I have a mortgage, God. I have a mortgage. I have children. Like, I need this money. I need this. And it just was like, you know, that feeling like when God tells you something, you just don't listen, but it's still in your heart. I was still carrying every day in my heart, quit, just quit this job. Like, you're so much more than, I know my worth. You know, you're better than this. You do not deserve this. You don't deserve to be treated this way. You don't deserve any of these things. And as time was getting closer and closer to today, it was just like more of a reminder of, like, just little things were happening almost every week where it was just a reminder. It was like pushing me out the door. You need to leave. You need to quit. And so today, I won't say today was the decision. Today was the day that I have submitted my resignation letter. And you guys, it's so crazy. Like, it's like a big weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. I feel free. I'm not worried. I've applied to many jobs. And although it's the holiday season, I know that I'm going to get callbacks. One thing that I do know is that God has never left me. God has never left me or forsaken me. He has always been right there. And I think that's why I'm smiling, because it's like I applied to things that I really want to do. I've really been telling God, like, I want to want to serve others. I want to do something that's fulfilling, that I love. Like, I love giving back. Like, whether, you know, it's in the realm of give back to the community, or a nonprofit, or better yet, I'm very artistic. I like sewing. I sew a lot. I make clothing. I really believe in artists, in entrepreneurship, in business. And I'm like, Lord, put me in something. Let me do something that serves a purpose and that is fulfilling. And I know that I'm on that journey. Like, some door is going to open, and it's going to be the opportunity that I'm asking for. Now, when I say you have to be specific, in my prayer to God, you guys, I tell him everything that I want in my next career. Everything down to the details of how I want support from management, or how I want a teamwork effort, or how I want it to be harmonious. You have to be specific, be specific, be specific in what you ask for, because when you send those prayers out to our Heavenly Father, he hears them, and he's going to give you what you ask for. He's going to give it to you. He gave it to me. And still to this day, even though I went through what I went through, I thank God, because had I not had this experience, I wouldn't know how to apply new knowledge and new wisdom and skills for my next big opportunity. Some things are meant for a season. Some things are meant for a season. It serves a purpose. And this experience was for a purpose. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm coming out of this the way that he intended me to. I'm more aware and knowledgeable about paying attention to red flags for things. More aware and knowledgeable with how people can interact and treat you. More aware of, you know, like I said, being specific in what I asked for. All I asked for was to work from home and make more money. And that's exactly what I got. That's exactly what I got. Crazy thing is, like I said, I'm a single mom. I have 3 kiddos, and I mean, I went through divorce a while back, so all this stuff is on me. And he provided. He always provides. Okay. Now, this experience was a stepping stool for what's coming next. And I can't wait to see what that is. So I'm saying to you guys, sometimes we have to take a leap of faith. We have to listen to God and be obedient. Another thing I want to share with you, and let me tell you, God is real, you guys. I don't know if you believe in angel numbers, but I do. And I was trying to look for a location for me to print off my resignation letter to turn it in. And I'm not lying to you that I got a phone call at 11:11 from an employer about an application that I submitted. I had my very first phone interview today, the day that I quit. You know, so I believe that was a message from God. Let me know, like, this is just one of many. And be ready and be prepared. So what I'm about to do is literally self-heal. Take time for myself. Enjoy this little bit of space and time. Because one thing I don't want to do is take that negative baggage and negative experiences and energy into any other work environment. I want to be free and clear of that. So that's how I plan on enjoying my next whatever few weeks of whatever. just taking some time for myself, enjoying my children, and kicking back before that golden opportunity presents itself, and it will. I'm just going to continue applying for other positions, things that I have true interest in, things that I'm knowledgeable about, one. So I'm telling you guys, if there's anybody out there right now who feels like your back is against the wall, you being mistreated at work, you stressed out, emotionally drained, listen, sometimes you gotta jump. Sometimes you have to take a leap of faith. And tell yourself this: is it worth it? Is it worth the mental anguish? Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the tears? It's not. It's just not. There are more than one countless jobs out there. Be specific in what you pray for. Talk to God. Pray to God. He hears you. And I want you to know He will never leave you or forsake you. And I just felt like I had to share this video because I don't know what this journey brings, but I think I want to take you guys on it. So I pray that you all stay blessed and stay true to yourself and know your worth. Okay? God got you. He always will. And for that, I say God bless. And I will be talking to you guys soon with a new video, new update on what's happening in this girl's life. So until then, I'll see you later, my friends. Peace.